What's up? It's your boy Heaven Hollywood back on the IE Network. This is the Heaven Hollywood Report, and let's get to it. And boy, do we have interesting show for you today. We're going to concentrate on a video I recently saw of Gotti, and he was commenting on Drake's latest album. And this is when the album first dropped. Now, just in case you've been living under a rock or you are a newcomer to hip-hop, Gotti is one of the most accomplished, executive producers / producers in hip-hop history. He produced and gave the world Ja Rule, which Ja Rule already has his place in hip-hop history. There's a period of time where Ja Rule was probably the hottest rap star out. He also had a lot to do with giving DMX. He originally put together a group of DMX, Jay-Z, and Ja Rule. That was supposed to be the Murder Inc. crew at first. Now, he recently made some comments about Drake and a new album, and he brought to light another topic. Is Drake ruining hip-hop? Because Drake is the biggest artist. He's been the biggest artist now for the last 10 years. And Gotti seems to feel as though, while he says he loves Drake, he feels as though Drake has the power, and he's so big and powerful, that he could really ruin hip-hop if he convinced people that this album and this way of music is the way to go. Take a listen to what Gotti had to say, and then we'll come back on the other side.
He can do whatever he wants. Let me stress that. Drake can do whatever he wants.
Are we going to hear the demise of the traditional rap R&B that we know?
Because that's the demise of rap. The demise of hip-hop. As long as I'm alive, it could never be demise of hip-hop. I got to get back in the game and find me a nigga then. That's what, that's what that album made me feel like. It made me feel like going to find me a raw, new DMX, new Ja, new Jay, and serving and fucking bringing back great hip hop. That album is not hip hop.
He said I'm gonna wait for everyone to catch up. And
I don't want to catch up, because catching up is, if that's catching up, then what's that mean for hip hop? And he's so strong and so powerful, he can change the dynamic of shit.
Yeah.
And any who sees this, please, hip hop, yo.
A lot of the Drake fans and the Gen Zs that don't really know about Gotti will just say, that old nigga don't know what he's talking about. He's just jealous because he's broke and he's not relevant. Well, let's just clear that up right now. Gotti is not broke. All right, Gotti just signed a major deal for $300 million, and then a deal for more money for his TV shows he's going to produce. So he just inked about a $400 million deal. So let's just not get it twisted. Gotti's not broke. Even if he never inked that deal, he wouldn't be broke. As far as relevancy go, he's always going to be relevant because he is a legend in the game. So I don't think it's that. But he does raise a question. Regardless of Drake being an artist or a well-rounded artist, we already know that about Drake. But Drake came into the game as a rapper. He's known as a rapper. All of these records that he is breaking, they're giving him credit for breaking it as a rapper. All right? That's what he's known. You look Drake up on Wikipedia, or if you Google him, it says Canadian rapper / producer or actor, whatever. Okay? So Drake is definitely known as a rapper, and he's known as the biggest rapper in the game. Remember, most number ones as a rapper. How long did it really take me? So he is not known as he's not known as a pop star. Okay? And we know he's well-rounded. But He's so big and powerful. Irv Gotti brings up a very good point. If Drake says this is the way, the new wave, you're gonna be like, well, this is the biggest rap artist in the world. So if he's been successful the last 11 years, he's been running the game. So if he says this is the new wave, then it must really be the new wave. Now, some people will say, well, here's Irv Gotti picking on Drake again, because if you remember, a while back, Irv Gotti was making comments about Drake not having a masterpiece album. So while he says all the time, I love Drake, people are going to be saying, if you love Drake, why are you always coming for him? If you don't remember, this is what Irv Gotti said a while back about Drake having a masterpiece album to the Breakfast Club. Actually, we can't play that audio because it is a Breakfast Club brand, and we don't want to get dinged for it for copyright. But basically what Irv said is he loves Drake. Drake said in one of his records, Murder Inc., like my N-word, Irv, that's me. He said, but does he really have a masterpiece album? He said he's the only artist who is as big as he is that doesn't really have a masterpiece album. He said, I believe if he put his mind to it, he could definitely do it. He said, but does he really have a masterpiece? A masterpiece rap album? He actually said that he believes Travis Scott is the only new age rapper that really has a masterpiece that sounds like he put his whole put a lot of thought and energy into his project. Producing it, rapping on it, doing the arrangement on it. He said, so to him, Travis Scott is the only new artist who really has a masterpiece album. So a lot of people will say, well, that Irv is just hating on Drake. But the question that he's asking is very valid. Drake is the most powerful rapper, right, in the world. One of the most powerful music artists in the world. And people tend to go in the wave that Drake is moving. Right? So if he says this is the new wave, that's what Irv means by this could be the end of hip hop, because he's that powerful. As far as whether I think Drake is ruining hip hop, just as long as, he makes it known that, listen, I'm a rapper. I was just trying something. You know what? It's not going to be for everybody. I didn't like the comment he made about we're just waiting on people to catch up. No, we're not waiting on anyone to catch up, bro. Like you're. I'm so done. I'm done with you. I'm so done with you, girl. I'm so done. I'm so done with you. Drake, what? And it's not a matter of them being house music or club music or EDM. The songs were terrible. Right? Controller isn't rap, but it's a good record. These records were terrible. There may have been only like one good record on the whole album to me. That was EDM. But it poses the question. Drake, could he ruin hip hop? I believe if he goes and says, you know what, this is the new wave, I think he could ruin hip hop. But if he just said, I'm trying this and now I'm going back to rap, then no, I just think people will just overlook this album when it comes to Drake. So that's pretty much my take on that. I can see where Irv Gotti's coming from. I do not think he was being a hater at all. Because a lot of people feel that way. A lot of old heads feel that way. Wherein they like Drake. It's not like they say, oh, Drake is terrible. He loves Drake. He said he loves him as an artist and loves the music. But that's when he's rapping. When he's rapping, people love to hear Drake rap. Because one thing about Drake, when he raps, when he really raps, he's going to say something that you've never heard before. He's going to use some sort of rap scheme or have some sort of punchline where you're like, yo, I've never heard that. But just like, and punchline is going to stick. She wasn't with you shooting in the gym. You know, stuff like that. He's gonna say stuff, you know, that you've never heard before. Load up a gun with bullets that fire backwards and probably wouldn't lose a single rapper. You know, stuff like that. When people be like, yo, I've never heard that before. I've never heard anyone say something like that before. Y'all can't trouble me from the double tree. Step your sweets up. You know, so when Drake raps, he's one of the best to ever do it. So I believe that's what Irv Gotti's talking about. He's so big and he's been carrying rap for so long that he is the go-to guy. Remember, he said at one point, every song sounds like Drake featuring Drake. Those are facts. So Irv Gotti's just really worried that, you know, if Drake says, you know what, this is the new wave, hip-hop's going to be forgotten about. That's what he meant by he feels like he may need to go get another artist like a Jay, a DMX, you know, or Ja. And of course, people say, well, Ja Rule was singing and Irv was doing R&B. Well, Irv was doing R&B with an R&B singer. And yeah, Ja was singing on his songs, but they were rap songs. It's nothing nearly the same. Nothing the same. None of these songs had raps in them. So let me know in the comments what you think about, is Drake ruining hip-hop? Did this album he put out ruin hip-hop? Or does he have the potential to ruin hip-hop? Maybe some people think he's not even that powerful. Let me know down in the comments what you think. It's your boy Heaven Hollywood for the IE Network. Please like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. We'll catch you on the next one.